So hello students. So in this video, I'm going to discuss you about mm, the frames and also how to create the forms in the HTML. So what are the frames and what are the forms which are used in HTML? We are going to discuss now. So now here, what actually is a frame? Okay. So actually, the frame technology is actually where we are going to split the entire HTML page into the several windows. Okay, means the user screen actually has been split into different windows where in each window separate item is been displayed. Means each window is having two or more sections there. Okay, so the original HTML page is splits itself into one or more frames is also is an HTML. Means the original page is again split into one or more HTML pages. So here if you observe the diagram, the main HTML page is there. It is displayed split up into the frame 1 HTML page and the frame 2 HTML page. So for this what you have to do, first of all you have to divide the entire HTML page into uh, um, divide the HTML page into several rows and columns there. So here the main HTML page here contains two frames here. So the frame columns 50%, 50% means you are dividing the entire page into two parts there, the 50%, 50% there. And frame, see this is actually the frame set tag is used here. So the frame set tag actually is will allow you to indicate the browser loading HTML page is like not like a traditional HTML page. Instead, it is the set of frames. The two frames each occupies 50% of the screen. Means the entire screen is occupied 50% of it. And then you have frame tag in which you are going to give the source page where the page 1 HTML page 2. So if you go for this, what happens here is two HTML pages. Actually, in the frame 1, one HTML page is displayed and frame 2 another HTML page is displayed. But if see if you divide it into three, there 33%, 33%, 33%. Now your entire page is divided into two pages, two there. Then again, it is displayed as in three forms. And uh, this covers only the 93, the 1% here. So when you're giving 33, 33, 33, what happens here? Uh, the 1%, the browser would fill it by its own. Then when you're giving 33, 33, 33, the 1% is filled by the browser itself. Then. Okay, now if you go to our example now, so let me execute, let me take our program and then I will show you uh, how actually it is going to print. Here. So if you observe there, now three HTML pages are actually displayed in this particular page. So in page one HTML page, sorry, here one HTML page at the right side, sorry, left side, and then the right side two HTML pages. So I had divided the entire screen into two parts there. So what actually is the code? Let me explain you here. Mm, here it is. So the frame set, very simple code here. So I'm dividing the frame set into two columns, 20% and 80%. That's the reason why 20% of the page is occupied. The left side you are having the 20% there, and the right side the 80% there. So in this 20% frame size, the first I'm giving page1.html. Page1 dot means I'm going to see here columns and rows. So if you are want to divide, you can divide it column wise, otherwise you can divide it in the row wise there. So first I'm going to divide it into columns wise. That's why you are getting two columns there. One is 20%, the other one is 80%. Then in the first column, I'm going to give the source page as page1.html. That is a code which is actually written in another file there. So page1.html is another file. So here for this program, you have to create four HTML pages. One is the main document, the frames demo, and then you have page1.html, page2.html, and page3.html. Next, the second column is actually again divided into two rows there, 50% and 50. That's why it is divided into two things here, 50% and 50% here. So when you are dividing it into 50%, and then the frame source, the first part row is page2.html, and the frame source page3.html. The frame set, the innermost frame set is closer first, then the outermost frame set is closer. So that's the reason why you're getting it. So what we have done, there are 4 programs, four HTML. So one is this one, just I showed you, and then you have the page1.html, which is just nothing special. So only it has to display one line page1.html. That's the reason why it is displaying page1.html here. This is the same code for the other two programs also. Just if you want, you can observe. Here, page2.html, and same likewise the page3.html. And interestingly, if you see, so if you click on this page one, see this is page1.html. Yes, this entire page is actually embedded in this corner here. Okay, likewise, if you go for page 2, as well as, see, this entire web page is again embedded here in the page 2, in the frames, I'm sorry, frame. And frame 3 also, this web page is actually embedded here. Okay, 4 files we have to create here. So in this particular frame, we are going to embed 3 HTML other frames here. Okay, so that is about this. The next here is about the form. Here is a form. So where generally see in on the internet, you are going to fill up some forms and you are going to submit those forms there. Okay, in online. So the form actually has several types of elements which can be included. So form is the area containing the form elements there. The form elements allows the user to enter the information. So it is going to enter some information in this form, in the form elements there. So there are several kinds of form elements. We have the text fields, drop-down list, radio buttons, check boxes, and so on. So these form elements need to be enclosed inside the form tag, the form/form tag here. Okay, this the input tag is the most commonly used form element there, the input tag. So where the input type, we are going to give some input there, and that input, see here, if you observe this particular window here, the form output there, see the first name, you're going to type the first name here and the last name. Okay, in the program, if you observe, so we are starting with the form tag there, then you are having displaying just a label from an input type text. It is the type text is there, and the name, its name is the first name. The name of the box is the first name. And next you have another last name, the input type text name is the first name. So in our program also, see here the name and the first name. So here if I type anything, so if I type anything, that information is actually taken here. Like, okay, that is one type of form element which we are having. Okay, then we have form input, the set the area in the form, the input there, the type, it can be the type, password, checkbox, radio button, file, hidden image, anything. That the type may be the type, password here. So what is the name? Actually name suggests the processing. For processing, that is what is the name of the checkbox there. So this we will be using in the JavaScript actually. So how we can process it. The value, what is the value which is to be displayed by default value, how much is to be displayed, and what is the size. So visibility size of the text, how much is should be size there, and what should be the maximum length there, and default selected when form is initially displayed. So it is selected when the form is selected by default. Now we are having different types of form elements. I will explain through the code one by one. So just let me go to the code here. Okay. Hmm. Just a second. Where is it? Open it. Okay. Now here. So observe this very carefully that in the form it is starting with the form tag and ending with the form tag. So inside I will just go one by one and explain. So first is the name. Okay, what is the name? And the input tag I'm going to use, its type is text and its name is I'm giving it as a full name. The reference is and its size should be 20 and the maximum length is 50. Maximum length is 50. Okay, now the break. So when I have given this, what happens here is highlighted text, for this highlighted text, so first the name, see here in the corner, the name is displayed. Then I said input type text. Now it is a text box where I can enter the text there. Its maximum length it is shown as 20 and maximum characters which it can take is up to 50 only. So see I have given 50. After 50 it is not taking anything there. That's what I have given in this particular text. Okay. And it's referred by the full name. Next we have again the gender and I'm saying radio type. What is the meaning of radio? When the radio element is used in the form, the meaning of that is whenever you are using the radio elements, you can select either one. Means only out of all the group of items which are grouped, you can select only one item there. Okay. So in this, see, if you observe the output, so the gender male, female. So either it is mutually exclusive. If one is selected, the other one is selected. Only the one is selected. So how to make it here? So the input type is radio, the name is gender. I'm giving it as a gender there. Its value is male. And what should be displayed there? Male. And also again input type radio, name also because they all belongs to the same group, the gender group there. The name of the radio button group is the gender there. And what is its value to be displayed there? Female. And the the face value is female, the male and female. This is the inner value which is stored and this is what is the face value. And then next comes the drop down list. The drop down list where out of all only one item you can select. I can select either Telangana or Andhra Pradesh or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu. So for that, what you are doing, you go to the select tag there. So which is going to create a name which is state the drop down list name. And what are the options which I have to display in that? Option value is AP, the Andhra Pradesh. Then another option value is Telangana, value is TL which refers to Telangana. Another option value is TN for Tamil Nadu and another option value is KR for Karnataka. Like that, 4 items are been displayed and it is again here also you can select one item. Any one item you are going to like drop down box. And next, like previously, I'm displaying phone number here. Again, the input text number size is 40 megabytes. Okay, this is all the stuff which already displayed. Then you have the email address. Again, input type text, the name, email, size 40. This is all. And here comes another thing. Okay. So this is actually the input type checkbox. When you're using checkbox there, so it is also a group of items actually, but You can select more than one. It's not like radio buttons where you have to select only one, but here you can select more than one. Yeah, any one item there. So the checkbox, its name is books, checkbox, type is checkbox, the name is games, and music, the values are music, and it is displayed. The last one under this is the input type, it is a submit. It is a button. So when you click on this, something should happen. Generally, see for form submission at the bottom, you have a submit button. So when you click on the submit button, actually it should lead us to another form. It should go to the another web page. It generally happen when you are browsing the internet, you are filling up some forms and you are pressing the buttons there. But here, because it's not an advanced thing which we are discussing here, we are just learning how to use them. So here, the submit button is actually will lead you to the next. Means the form, the contents are being transferred to some place there. So that is about how to use the forms here. Okay. So that's it. That is about the forms. So the next program, I would like to discuss about uh, the CSS, another very interesting topic and important topic in the HTML, the cascading style sheet. What is this cascading style sheets? How to use them? What is internal cascading style sheet? What is external cascading style sheet? What is the inline cascading style, style sheet? So three types of cascading style sheets are available for us. So we will discuss them, how actually to use them. Okay, thank you.